Welcome to Box Football, and I'm back here with the Premier League show. I think we missed it out last week. I filmed it, but I didn't put it out. Sorry. Just. Sometimes I can get busy, but let's go on to it right now. We're on week 11, and let's talk about the North London derby, Arsenal versus Tottenham at White Hart Lane, or the new White Hart Lane. Game finished 2-0. Tottenham basically with a snatch and grab, had 2 shots and goal, 2 goals. That's all she wrote, really. But Jack, what do you think of the game?
Yeah, Jose Mourinho-esque performance from a team that knew that there was an Arsenal team there to be taken advantage of. Absolutely toothless from Arsenal. I think, James, you and I have spoken about this before. My favourite player I've ever watched live is Mesut Ozil. I don't strictly want to make this a Mesut Ozil conversation, but for a team that are struggling to get shots on target, struggling to create chances, you've got to wonder why a guy with records out of the water in terms of assists and chances created is still just sat in the reserves somewhere training. Just didn't make a lot of sense to me. Spurs are the more motivated team. They had a game plan. You can see what they're trying to do there. Mourinho really, it seems like we found the next Inter Milan-esque team here. Kane playing out of his skin, Son playing out of his skin. You'd expect potentially there to be some defensive recruitment maybe for Tottenham to maybe even make a title charge this year. And yeah, Arsenal a little lost at sea. I'll be the first one to put my hands up and say that, all the optimism I had for Arsenal early in the season has all but disappeared.
So it's hard right now when you're so down. I actually got it wrong. Tottenham had 3 shots on target. Arsenal had 2. So Tottenham do what they do. They let Arsenal come onto them, hit them on the break. Harry Kane drops it over to Son. Son scores an unbelievable goal. But we're still in it. Arsenal are still in the game. Thomas Partey gets injured. He wasn't fully fit. We all knew he wasn't fully fit. He tells us that he isn't fully fit. Tottenham expose our reason as Partey is off the pitch. Son, Harry Kane overlap. What a finish, 2-0. And that's basically all she wrote. Second half, apparently Arsenal showed a bit of fighting, showed a bit of courage. If you say show a bit of courage having 2 shots on target and having 11 shots, and none of them really, I can't think of a big moment. Aubameyang's header and Lacazette's flicked header into the box is showing creativity and showing a bit of announcement. Come on. Arsenal decided that we're going to put 34 crosses into the box with Aubameyang and Lacazette. If you want to put 34 crosses into the box, you might as well keep Oliver Giroud. It makes it generally makes no sense. I'm seeing Tierney now ribbing up the ball and putting long balls into the box. We're not Stoke City. We're Arsenal Football Club. We play the best football in England, and now we're turning into this where we're looking at crosses and balls into the box from throw-ins.
Giroud moved to Chelsea ages ago too. They should know that by now. Come on.
I think Aubameyang's only scored 3 goals with his head for Arsenal. I don't know. Tottenham are playing so well. Mourinho's looking good. Mourinho did a job on Arsenal as he always does. Harry Kane scores. That's basically all she wrote. But Jack, let's just move on. I don't want to really. I don't really talk about them. Let's talk about the champions, Liverpool. Now we had the video on them talking about how the injuries really stopped them from could they even make top 4? They are Liverpool. They are Jurgen Klopp. This is Jurgen Klopp. This is Anfield, and they're absolutely smashing it. Liverpool played against Wolves at Anfield. Fans were back for that game. With all these injuries, they still managed to win 4-0. What a freaking team. Jack, what do you think of the game?
I felt like this was just kind of clear from what I said, several weeks ago. I do still feel this way. I feel that any Liverpool player, honestly any, maybe apart from somebody like Sadio Mane and the fullbacks, but I like the goalkeeper too, obviously Van Dijk, but a lot of those other positions, the way Klopp coaches his team, the way Klopp is as a manager, I feel like you really can be interchangeable. It's why I don't rate some of them maybe as highly as everybody else, because I'm giving so much credit to Jurgen Klopp. This is the best manager in the world right now. So he's got, is it Nathan Williams at right back, Joel Matip and Fabinho at centre back, Kelleher as the goalkeeper, Curtis Jones, Wijnaldum, Henderson in midfield, Salah, Firmino, Mane, obviously still very, very strong. But to be as good as they were and to really just destroy Wolves, like really play them off the park, I think my prediction might have been like a 2-0, 2-1 kind of game. To score 4 goals really does say it all. And to keep a clean sheet and the extra work and effort that they had to put in to try and close down Wolves is a different level. Now, Wolves don't have Raul Jimenez. Obviously, we're still hoping from a speedy recovery from him, and that does change things a great deal. But to still be able to stop the likes of Daniel Podence, Adama Traore, who we know when he gets going, that's going to be hard to stop, and Pedro Neto as well. Just an amazing performance despite all their injuries. And I mentioned this in my power rankings videos. I don't know how many of you are keeping up to date with my power rankings, but
please go check it out, guys.
If this Liverpool team are fully fit, it's them, Atletico and Bayern just fighting for that top spot, because this Liverpool team are incredible. With the amount of injuries they have, what they're still doing, I mean, really just says it all. I'm just going to have a quick look, if you'll just bear with me, James, their next few fixtures as well. So you've got... where are we here? So Fulham away, that's probably going to be a win, right? Then they've got Tottenham at home. That'll be a tricky game. But Liverpool, with the players getting fitter and fitter, some of these games here, chances are they're still going to keep winning.
Trent Alexander came out. Actually came back for the Wolves game. I think he came on for Williamson. But Liverpool had 2 big games. They had to obviously beat Ajax, and then the game against Wolves, with a reserve goalkeeper. Klopp made the choice to put in Keller over Adrian. This guy is an absolute genius, because whatever he touches, whatever he seems to do, always seems to work. He wanted to sacrifice the Adrian's experience for a player who's better with his feet, and it's working to the point that they go against Ajax in a must-win game with a depleted back four, and somehow get a 1-0 win with a clean sheet. And then go against a Wolves team who just went to the Emirates and won 2-1. Not only keeps the clean sheets, but absolutely smashes them and scores 4 goals. Seeing the cut back too, and Klopp giving the fist pump there, they're just going strength to strength to strength. It might not be enough to go all the way in the Champions League, but it looks, if they do what they do, the Premier League is going to be theirs for this year and maybe many years to come.
Just wait until we're looking at Jurgen Klopp holding up European trophies for Germany, World Cups maybe for Germany as well. This guy's managing the German national team. He'll then do whatever he wants in Spain, maybe whatever he wants in Italy. You know, he's playing out his career. This is going to be the dream managerial career for Jurgen Klopp.
Now we're going to move on to Manchester United. So Manchester United played West Ham away. Game finished 3-1 to Manchester United. After going a goal down, and I'm seeing all the Paul Pogba slandered, they somehow find a way, as all he always seems to do, and get the victory. Jack, what do you think about the game?
Yeah, I think another game for the Ollie out brigade to be angry, because the team didn't look convincing, but they still won the game in kind of a spirited fashion, which shows that there's optimism and there's kind of fight left in the dog. West Ham had more shots, same amount of shots on target. I think Dean Henderson played really, really well, looked really, really strong in front of goal. I think that battle between De Gea and Henderson, as much as fans might want some continuity at goalkeeper, iron sharpens iron. You know, these guys are going to fight. These are two of the, top 20, top 25 goalkeepers in the world right now, just fighting with each other to be even better. Manchester United concede an early goal, like they have done with, I think, every single away game this season. And then Ollie realises at halftime, this game at Leipzig on Tuesday, which we have to at least get a draw out of, we actually need to bring on some players to win this Premier League game, or I'm going to get fired. So on comes Marcus Rashford, on comes Bruno Fernandes. Bruno Fernandes throwing his hat in the ring for being the best player on the planet right now. I think if you're looking at it as an MVP type of conversation, this is the most valuable asset to any team, in my opinion, going. Without Bruno Fernandes, I think you see Manchester United bottom half of the table territory here. But Mason Greenwood shows his quality, and I think West Ham are just a little kind of overwhelmed with the quality and the speed of the Manchester United team. Still not looking brilliant for Manchester United. West Ham are still, a work in progress. But I think we'll see with the Leipzig game on Tuesday and the Manchester derby next weekend what this Manchester United team are made of.
I feel with this Manchester United team is that regardless of what you feel about Oli, and sometimes the team doesn't perform, you can't hide the fact that Manchester United have weapons in match winners. Paul Pogba's a match winner. Bruno Fernandes is a match winner. Rashford, Mason Greenwood, Cavani, Martial. 6 bona fide match winners. And you put that against any other team in the Premier League, Manchester United could probably match any team. And when you look at it, on all these problems, Chelsea on Saturday, Chelsea went top with 22 points. Manchester United played. They had 19 points with a game in hand. So if they win that, they win joint top. So upon all these problems, they are right there with everybody.
This game to me sums up the prisoner of the moment mentality that everyone has. So, and I mean this also with Arsenal. As much as you may not want to hear
we're 15, Jack. We're 15. There's no prisoner at the moment. We're 15.
I'm just saying, if Arsenal win 3-4 games in a row, let's just say as an example, they're shooting way up the table as well. It's still early yet, guys. So anybody saying the Manchester United team are done, they're not making top 4, they can't make a title push. They're 5th now with a game in hand. They win their game in hand and they go just below Chelsea, but on equal points with Chelsea, 2 points off Tottenham, who everyone's raving about, and Liverpool, who are the champions. So we need to chill on some of the stuff when a result doesn't go their way. It's a long, long season. But yeah, that really just sums it up for me.
We're going to move on to Man City. Now, Man City played against Fulham. Game finished 2-0. Goals from Raheem Sterling and Kevin De Bruyne. Another assist for Kevin De Bruyne too. He's going to go up the chart again. But Jack, how do you feel Man City are doing?
They're starting to string together some more Man City-like performances. Manchester United and Man City both actually just made it into the kind of last team places in my power rankings this week, because both teams have kind of strung together some performances which I think you'd go, okay, we're starting to see what these teams are actually capable of now. The Pep Guardiola Man City team blowing teams out, winning games convincingly. Sterling providing some goals. De Bruyne obviously a penalty, but still playing unbelievably well. I don't know if there's much doubt that on his day that De Bruyne is the best player in the Premier League. When he's at his best. But yeah, especially with the big week, similarities to Manchester United with the big week that they've got coming up. Obviously, they play in Europe midweek, and then they do have the Manchester derby. It's going to tell us a lot about this Pep Guardiola team.
I just look at this Man City team right now, and it just seemed that they're just getting their rhythm back. I thought that they were going to absolutely smash Fulham, another like another 5-0 game to kind of put the Premier League on notice. But another win, they seem to feel forward and playing well. Then they got Gabriel Jesus back. Sterling's finally back in the goals. De Bruyne is getting assists, so they're kind of just getting that rhythm back. And if they can get Aguero fully fit again and scoring goals, they're definitely going to challenge. But Man City, nice, easy win for them.
I also wouldn't rule out, guys, one thing that I will say, obviously everything that James and I have said here, obviously we still think is important and we think is right, but the January transfer window is right around the corner. Liverpool are a centre-back away from being the force maybe we expect them to be. Tottenham are a signing away from being a real title challenger. Man City are a striker away from being a title challenger. There's so much that can happen. And I think this Man City team in particular, get a forward option to put some pressure on Jesus and maybe ease some of the pressure of someone like Sergio Aguero. And who knows what this Man City team could achieve.
Just want a quick look at Everton. Now, Everton bet against Burnley. Game finished 1-1. Another goal from Calvert-Lewin. Well done to him. 11 goals this season. Absolutely smashing it. But everything from the amazing start of the season, they've kind of been on a downward spiral. What's kind of going on with them?
I feel like they're kind of believing their own hype a little bit, honestly. I think they're looking at the table. They're going, hey, you know, we're great. Oh, we got James Rodriguez out here. We got Decore signed. Alan's great. We got this manager who's won European competitions and titles. And oh, we're good. We're good. No, you're not. You're not. You have a goal difference of 2. You've scored 20 goals. You've conceded 18 goals. Last 5 games, there's 3 losses in there, 1 win, 1 draw. I think Everton need to get back to basics. Burnley are never an easy game. I know it's a classic, you know, cliche that there's no easy games in the Premier League, but going to Turf Moor to try and beat Burnley, you know this isn't a team that's going to come and get you and it's going to be an open, free-flowing game. You have to be concentrating, you have to be smart about your decisions, and you have to put this team away because they'll hang around. And I think Everton, they concede the early goal, then they're massively being forced to be on the front foot. Burnley, right where they want to be, on the back foot, defending, playing smart, playing safe, with an experienced now Premier League manager in these kind of fixtures. And yeah, Everton couldn't get it done. Obviously, you know, I'm sure Everton fans are really happy Calvert-Lewin's playing for them. But generally speaking, we're in a position here where Everton really should probably still be in the top 4, and they let it slip.
Just looking at this Everton team, you mentioned something very, very vital. They scored 20 goals, so they have no problems with scoring goals, but they conceded 18. And that just seems to be the biggest problem right now. They need to shore up the back foot. But secondly, you've got Richarlison, who hasn't scored in a while. So they need to get their players back firing. James Rodriguez, they need to get him going again. And obviously, Richarlison, they need to get him going again. But one thing I heard that was crazy was that they said Ancelotti doesn't have his players. Like, I think somebody said that. I was like, do you not realize that how much Everton have invested this year for this team? This team is meant, they bought all these players for Everton to challenge for the top 4 and maybe next few years challenge for the league.
And Everton are paying Ancelotti like one of the best coaches in the league. Like I think he's being paid like top 4, top 5 manager wages in the Premier League this year, and they're trusting his opinion. So all the players are being brought in. I don't know this, but you'd be crazy to think that this is just a scouting department and a director of football. The director of football, I think, is Paul Mitchell for Everton. It's not just him kind of doing whatever he wants. He's asking Carlo Ancelotti, and every player signed this summer, Carlo will have wanted.
Okay, exactly. What's his name? Alan, he played with him in Napoli, co-coached him in Napoli. Rodriguez, Real Madrid, and Bayern Munich. So he's kind of hard at his players. Don't get it twisted. Ancelotti is an amazing manager, one of the greatest managers of all time, but they seem to be struggling. But guys, we've been talking for so long. Sorry we didn't get to cover any other games. Let us know what you think about all this type of stuff. Tottenham, Mourinho did it. What are you talking about? I got my this thing just trying to talk to me right now. But Liverpool, best team in the league, best team in the world. Tottenham, can they win the title? Manchester United, are they there? I was going to say Chelsea. They're also there too. Let us know. Comment down below, guys. Thank you for watching, and we will see you next time.